Husky graduates. I know we are here to celebrate the culminating achievement of our degrees, but let's first take a moment to thank the unsung heroes of today. Our families, friends, educators, and mentors, especially those that are joining us with this special ceremony. These are the people who've always believed in us, people who are willing to listen to our problems, people who help us get back to our feet when we fall. I believe today is not only our day, it is their day as well. So let's give a warm applause to everyone who supported our journey of higher education. Thank you. As a society, we're constantly communicating and interacting with each other in ways once thought impossible. Talking to someone from halfway across the world is as easy as a Skype call or Google Hangout now. We spew out information by the minute through texting and tweeting, connecting and friending, capturing snapshots of beauty through Instagram, or sharing life in motion through Vine. I'm an informatics major, aka a tech enthusiast, and I too am guilty of this. For our generation, we live, like, and share everything, instantly, incessantly, effortlessly. Sometimes mindlessly without thought. We are raised in a social paradigm where it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. We want to be gratified now because consequences can wait. This inherent immediacy causes us to act first and think later. But why isn't it the other way around? As our undergraduate years are coming to a close, we are constantly barraged with questions of our future. What do you want to be 10 years from now? What are you going to do after you graduate? When are you going to get married? And where are you going to settle down and live? Unfortunately, none of us can predict every facet of our future. So here we all are, behind the steering wheel of our life's vehicle and ready to put our foot on the gas pedal, trying to find an answer. We're all racing for what's next. We want answers to our final destination, and we want to go places, now. But today, I have just one ask of you. Before you go out revving 100 miles per hour, I challenge you to leave the key in the ignition just a little while longer and think. That's right, think. While everyone else around you is rushing around out there like a lunatic, I dare you to do the opposite and drop everything that you're doing. Turn off the blasting music, power down the phone notifications, and just for a moment, take a deep breath and think in silence. Thinking at its core allows you to reflect about everything you've done up to this point, to realize how much you've overcome, and how much more you need to push yourself to make your dreams come true. I'm asking you to do this because a lot of problems in our world stem from people acting on impulse without taking the time to think things through. However, all of you have the power to change the way we talk to one another, to cautiously comment what we read in the news or find in blogs, to constructively react to what we see on TV, and to choose to remember what we hear on the radio. The way you think can change the way our community understands itself, and that is powerful. So why are we rushing life? Yes, we can shift gears to drive full speed on the fast lane with no intention of slowing down our brakes. But keep in mind, when mess-ups happen, life doesn't give you the option to shift in reverse. We're all bound to make mistakes here and there, but it's important to think about what can be learned from these speed bumps so that we don't continue crashing and burning. We can save ourselves a lot of headache if we just take the time to think. So my recommendation to you fellow graduates is to heed the following advice with your thinking caps on. Think before you invest your time and money into your next big step. Whether it's a strategic job placement or a relationship milestone, take the time to think to figure out what you love and make sure it's something you can see yourself doing for the rest of your life. Think before you take your culture for granted, and remember that previous generations of Filipino families struggled for our general well-being in the United States. Think before you leave your family and friends to far-off places. Tell them that you appreciate them. Continue to stay in contact and reconnect with the people who invested their time with you. Think before you hit the send button from that angry email, or you write that crude joke on someone's Facebook wall because you think it's hilarious or witty. Your definition of harmless fun can be considered rude and offensive by others. And think before you judge someone on their race, gender, ability, orientation, or economic background. Become the necessary champions of diversity who accept and welcome difference. A more inclusive and accepting world leads to less violence and war. Some of the world's greatest thinkers are also the world's greatest leaders. Legends like Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela all often stopped and withdrawn their active lives to take introspective journeys within themselves. The wisdom they garnered there and shared with us has impacted the world. Even national Filipino hero Jose Rizal was imprisoned for 9 days in Fort Santiago in the Philippines in his activist efforts for securing political and social reforms for his country. But you don't need to be confined in solitude to become the thought leader you need to be in your respective field. All it takes is a resilient mind, a compassionate heart, and a thoughtful purpose to incite change in the world around you. So graduates, don't forget to every so often take a break from Candy Crush Saga or Snapchat. Check in with yourself and spend a moment to think about what you've all accomplished. Right now, I'm thinking in awe that we are just days away from the next chapter of our lives. I'm so very proud of all the hard work our class has put into graduating to one of the best schools in the world. So again, congratulations, class of 2013. We made it.